Do you want to know how you know it is a Monday morning? By simply looking at my face, because I look so exhausted right now. I don't even feel exhausted, I really don't. I just definitely look it. And the funny thing is, I laid in bed for like 50 minutes yesterday morning. Could not get out. Like I woke up around 8:45-ish. Get a lot of questions about like my weekend schedule. I'm pretty normal on the weekend and I like to sleep in. So I woke up at 8:45, which is obviously sleeping in for me. I could not get out of bed, like for the life of me. I was just like, no, this feels so good. Stayed there for like 50 minutes, which is just like a waste of time, but it felt good. Today on a weekday, I'm like springing out of bed at 2. It's like the weirdest thing, but it's just like when you know you have to do something and you have to be somewhere, it's just so easy to I mean, I don't want to say it's easy, because trust me, a lot of mornings I'm getting out of bed and I'm like, come on, like we got this, but in the inside I know I'm crumbling. I'm like, oh, this sucks. But it's all about that mindset. Today though is a very, I don't even want to say exciting day. This is not exciting, but interesting. Very interesting day. Zach is going to be meeting with the person who has been complaining about us in our apartment complex. If you haven't been following along all of the previous videos, you definitely just have to go back because we are in way too deep to give a full recap, but you guys know there's been someone who's complaining about us in the apartment complex with noise, saying we are being loud. I mean, it's the person below us, and she's saying it sounds like there's like an elephant that lives above her. Meanwhile, we caught her blasting her music on a Friday night one night, which was insane. And so finally, there's a meeting that's gonna be going down today at 4. I'm gonna be fast asleep. Zach says he doesn't even want me to go in general because he doesn't want her to know what I look like. Even though, guys, I'm brave. Like, a part of me wants to go, but also a part of me is like, oh, this is gonna be kind of awkward. I mean, it is true. Like, one thing is we just don't know who this person is, not what they're capable of. That sounds weird, but like, if they're making these weird complaints when we are clearly not loud, like, what is up with them, you know? So it's like a little bit scary, you know? It's also like weird that we have no idea what this person looks like. Is she like 6'5", gonna beat Zach up? Like, we don't know. Do you guys see what I see? Clearly, I got a little crazy on my mascara this morning, and everyone always says that if you take a little eyebrow spoolie and just go like that, it'll come. They were right.
Local 12's Clancy Burke is live this morning with the latest rollout. Hello, Clancy.
Hey, Bob. Up until now, the stats we've shared when it comes to the pandemic have been pretty grim, but here's the number that's not. 1,175,000. That's how many Kentuckians have already been vaccinated, and I can tell you that number is about to increase a lot.
When you're here, meet me up for a smoke outside. I regret what I said, didn't mean it. Can't believe me. I guess I'll take it back. There's a party downtown.
All right. Oops. Crap in my throat. Today was supposed to be the big day. We had it scheduled. We were on the books to have the big convo with the downstairs neighbor that, let's just say, has been less than ideal. If you've been following along on the channel at all with the drama, we had it scheduled to have the conversation with our front office lady. There's a few girls that work in there that do kind of like the day-to-day stuff, kind of show apartments, deal with noise, or that's funny I was saying that naturally, deal with noise complaints or downstairs. And then there's one lady that's supposed to be like the head honcho of like their manager essentially, and she was the one that I think was going to facilitate the conversation that was supposed to be today at 4, and she's not in today, so they're moving it, which is very disappointing. The girl downstairs got off easy today. She didn't even realize waking up. She was probably super nervous, thinking it was go time for the big convo with the elephant stompers up here. We just have to wait another 24 hours. We've been thinking about it a lot. Obviously, you guys commenting below has been a big help, just with different ideas on points on what to say during that conversation. But when you really think about it, it's pretty simple. I mean, we've lived here officially 2 years now, which is kind of crazy how fast time flies. We actually just got the Facebook notification this morning. My mom actually posted a picture of Clancy and I in our original apartment across the street, talking about how it was the big move-in day, 2-year anniversary. So that's cool to see that. Little did we know what we were getting ourselves into 2 years ago. We thought it was all going to be sunshine, rainbows, and unicorns, having a grand old time. But no, so I mean, when you think about it, the 2 years, we had 0 noise complaints in our original apartment because We don't make any noise. We're respectful tenants and just people. There's zero reason anyone would ever make a noise complaint. This unit was empty for a bit, which does play along to the person below us isn't used to having someone above her. It's just, we don't make that much noise. So that regardless, there shouldn't be any noise complaints. She may occasionally hear a chair accidentally sliding too much, or we're bringing groceries or something gets dropped. Yeah, sure, maybe anybody would hear that, but that's not noise complaint worthy. I appreciated everyone commenting those different things. I was thinking that other people were calling the front office complaining about the people downstairs because we were hearing very loud banging noises from her. That nixed all that because it's her calling the front office. So who knows if she's making loud noises and then proactively calling it on basically us to prevent it being her. I don't know what she does down there. I mean, that would be a interesting, bold strategy. Maybe that's how she got the last person in this unit kicked out and kept it vacant for a year and a half, 2 years. It's going to be an interesting talk, to say the least. I'm just going to go in. I'm going to try to be as polite as I can be, try to hear her side of the story. So I just hope it doesn't get derailed, I guess. I'm going to obviously be wondering what is going to come of this or why she's doing this. It just concerns me that there's like something wrong with this lady just because it just doesn't make any sense to me. And then second thing, I think we need to have a talk about YouTube in the comment section. We really appreciate everyone's comments. The interaction is great to see. But we did have a trend in the last comment section. It seemed very much divided between people saying, oh, I'm on Zach's side, or oh, I'm on Clancy's side, or things like that. And I think what's important is that, again, Clancy and I are dealing with this together. So right in the middle of me trying to keep the YouTube united between Clancy and I, which we can see Clancy. Clancy, wave.
Wait, what? I've had my headphones in the whole time. What are you saying?
That the comment section needs to be nicer to you. As you blurry.
It's probably a good thing. Long day. Long day.
Just about how people were saying, I'm on Zach's side or I'm on Clancy's side. And I think a lot of it was defending my one perspective of that video. But keep in mind, this is something that Clancy and I have been talking about together for a very long time. And it's certainly something that she equally wanted to get resolved because she's equally having to deal with the letters coming our way, people calling us. Let's have a quick reminder in the comment section. None of us would be here without Sweet Clancy and her talented YouTube abilities with all of her interesting content, her ability to edit these videos since I'm not editing anything. No one would want that. It'd probably take me 20 times as long to edit a video. I don't know how to use the software. So anyways, maybe in this video we all take some time and I'll even get on my YouTube and contribute and we'll all say something very nice about sweet, beautiful Clancy to get her spirits back up about the comment section. Because hey, the internet can be a mean, dark place where people can take things the wrong way. We're all positive vibes here. There's no reason to say anything mean or take sides or anything like that. Clancy and I are unfortunately in this one bad scenario together, but we're blessed to be in an apartment that's not leaking anymore. Blessed to, again, be in a very happy relationship and all that.
Hello. It is the next day. I wanted to have a little sit down before the big meeting. But first of all, I just finished editing Zach's part and I had no idea he was going to say all of that, which was very sweet. Probably seemed really random for a lot of you guys, but something off camera we were noticing on the last video and kind of something that I feel like has been developing a little bit since Zach has been in my vlogs and that I've seen on pretty much every other YouTube channel in which there is more than one person, is that people tend to like take sides where it's like you can't like both of us. It's either I'm team Zach or I'm team Clancy, or like I'm team this person and then you hate the other person. And I don't get it. We are in a relationship. We are a couple. Taking sides is like the weirdest thing ever. I don't know. It was just something we were noticing. And when I say we, I mostly mean me. And it was something I was kind of thinking in my head, like, am I like just reading too much into this, that some of the comments are getting a little bit mean and like not joking, because the whole theme of the video, like we were very jokey with each other, right? But some of the comments were pretty aggressive. And then I did see a few people who noticed it as well in the comments saying like, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm not going crazy. Just wanted to say that, like, guys, we're a couple, we're a team. That was weird, but very nice of Zach to say that. I promise I didn't pay him to do that. Didn't know he was going to. Another thing, and what you guys are really here for, I'm about to hit send on this text to Zach of some of the points that I really need him to nail today. I've thought long and hard about these, and even though I can't be there for the meeting, I want my voice to be heard, which it's just right in the middle of my nap time because I kind of do want to go. I know I have, Zach, I'm not going alone. I'll kind of just sit there in my face mask like, you tell him, but I want to be there, but it's right in the middle of my nap time. My big point is, first of all, what is the banging sound that we constantly hear on our floors, aka your ceiling, which, by the way, I have heard when I am just sitting in the apartment and I haven't gotten up in an hour. So that's the really weird thing, because it sounded like she was taking like a broom or something to the ceiling to tell us to be quiet. Second, do you not realize blasting rap music at night or any time of the day really is disrespectful to those around you? I guess I don't have to include the rap music. I hate rap music, so like I'm like being all bitter about it, like, yeah, it's rap music, but it could be any music. I don't like rap music. It has just such vulgar language. I don't know. Anyway, I sound like I'm a librarian right now. If you have any issue, why not write us a note or knock on our door? And I understand the knocking on someone's door thing might be a little intimidating, but even just slipping a note under our door, I know so many people have done this before. That is like the least confrontational thing, but it still gets the message across without just noise complaint. What is that gonna do? Like, it's not gonna solve anything. And then lastly, why would you live on a bottom floor if you can't handle people living above you? This one is huge. I have lived in apartments for what, 5 years now? Over 4 years. And I have never lived with someone above me simply because I don't want to hear them walking around. It's a thing. If you live in an apartment complex, you're going to hear people walking above you. You're going to hear all of it. Like, it's just, there's no getting around it, right? I personally am not in the mood to hear that, so I pick a top floor. Do I have to walk up more steps than she does? Yeah, I do, and it's a little bit annoying, but then I get the luxury of not having someone above me. So if it's that much of an issue for you, you should have picked the top floor, which, by the way, we are proof of the fact that there were multiple top floors open. Like, our apartment has never been full. So she could have, but she didn't, and it's just, that's apartment living. I don't know, I'm getting sassy, I'm feeling the heat, I'm a little bit, but those are the points that I really want to nail. Do you feel confident that you can nail those points for me?
Consider them nailed.
Are you nervous, excited?
Neither. I just want it to be over with. We'll have to just go talk it out, I guess.
I've made the decision that I'm going to hear Zach's play-by-play of how the meeting went with you. So it's not gonna be like us coming to the camera after Zach explained it. I'm gonna wake up from my nap, I'm gonna grab the camera, and we are gonna hear it all together. So I'll see you after the meeting. All right, to clarify, I am basically a baby dinosaur right now. I just woke up maybe 6 minutes ago, maybe 7. Like, I am not alive, so if I sound drunk or look high, that's why. Promise I'm not either. But Zach just came home and we haven't, it's weird, like I'm just like, don't speak, say it to the vlog. And so we just,
Is my head cut off?
what a diva. But I think he's just gonna go for the gold and tell us how the big meeting went. And by the way, for reference, what time is it? Right now it is 4:27, the meeting started at 4, so he was not gone long.
So guess how the meeting went. Let's see if you can predict.
I think it went well.
What do you mean well? Let's just see how close you can get.
I think that the girl was passive and not like aggressive or anything. Like, I think she was just very, misunderstanding, like, sorry.
What do you think I was?
I think you were nice. I think you're, overall, I mean, you have sass when you're angry, but you're nice.
To set the stage, she was there already. Hopefully she doesn't watch this, but she's an interesting cat.
Really?
Like, she's just chatty. It was almost like when someone's like talking in circles, like they're just saying things that don't matter. It's like when, I won't use his real name, but remember when I called out a buddy of mine for kind of half lying to me about a work situation? And then they start, you start talking in circles, like, because you're trying to figure out what you want to say. Like, it's like when you're lying, you're trying to figure out, like, where you're going with it, and you're, like, giving back.
Is she our age? We need, like, a description of what she looks like.
So she was probably, again, I don't want to be offensive. Hopefully she's not watching. If I had to guess, 40.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Maybe 36-ish.
I'm picturing a lass our age.
No. So she's probably, like, 36 or so. So, yeah, she's sitting in there, but then, like, it would just get funky, so I guess I'll start. I came in, obviously, it's like she's sitting there and just, hi, how are you?
Did you feel awkward?
It's just like, what are you supposed to say? Like, sup? So the main lady kicks it off fine, and she's like, hey, we wanted to get you guys in here. There have been multiple noise complaints, you to you, and vice versa. We want to just kind of hear both sides of the story on what you're hearing. She asked the lady to go first, and she was like, oh, I don't know when it was, but if you were moving in, it was just so loud. It was just so loud.
Sorry we didn't move in quiet.
Which no one even addressed it. Like, it never even came back up, because what was I supposed to do? Like, just look at the ladies and just like shrugged my shoulders. So no one even acknowledged she said it because that's not a point. And then she kind of started talking about the banging, which was what we hear, saying that she thinks it's us making the loud banging noise. That it's like bang, bang, bang. It's at weird times of the day. It's never consistent.
Oh my gosh.
This, that, and the other. And then she kind of stopped. So that was what she described. I was like, okay. Hence, when you guys first called us for the noise complaint, and I said, oh, thank you for calling me, because yes, there is loud noises going on. It's not me, but it is true. There are these noises. I can tell you where they're coming from because my floor shakes. Like, it can't come from a neighbor. It's like it's happening below me because you feel it. I mean, you literally feel where it's happening. I don't know, because then I said, well, I'm hearing the same things. It seems pretty clear to me that it's coming directly below me because my ground is shaking. Again, you can't just call this girl a liar straight to her face. I mean, you're gonna just look like a jackass and look mean. So I'm just like, I'm feeling the same things, but it's pretty evident to me that where it's coming from because my floor is shaking. They're like, oh, well, if you're both hearing the same thing, like, do you work out, Zach, or Bob? And I'm like, nope, don't work. Like, do work out, obviously. But I don't work out in my apartment, no. So then they kind of like, oh, well, maybe we can investigate your neighbors. That's when the lady starts going on. She was like, well, yeah, and like I work in the hospitality business and I get complaints all the time. We get a 1 out of 5 rating at this hotel that I work at and complaining about stuff that has nothing to do with me and this, that, and just starts saying stuff that has nothing to do with anything. It was just wildly weird. I'm just like, what is she talking about? It's like me just starting saying, I'm in the IT staffing industry. And
I'm fed up.
And there's no noises on my watch.
We're probably 10 minutes into this thing and it's just kind of fizzling and it's weird. And I didn't know what to say because, again, I can't just say, guys, you're looking at the culprit. It's her or someone she's bringing into her apartment. So again, I don't know if she's got a boyfriend, husband. I don't know anything about this lady because it might not even be her. It could be, again, a significant other making these ridiculously loud noises. It's this person or someone they're associated to making the noises, and I can assure you of that to the 100th degree because we both feel it. We both know where it is. It's right below us. You can't say that though. I mean, you're in this weird situation where you literally can't say that because then that person's just going to start getting defensive, calling you a liar, talking about her work again. You got better things to do than hear about this lady's work. And then I finally was just like, well, I don't know what the solution of this was, but I was like, I do want to just say, stop playing music too. Like,
yes! Yeah. I thought I was going to say, he forgot to say the music thing.
Like,
what the heck did she say to that? We have video evidence.
Yeah, so she was like, yeah, that makes sense. I got a new subwoofer.
A what?
Like, it's like what makes like the bass. Like, it's like when we were hearing the
yeah.
That's what a subwoofer does. She's like, I usually don't turn it on unless I'm just like maybe watching a movie or something. Like, you shouldn't, like, what are you doing? Like, this isn't like your surround sound basement. So she just goes, oh yeah, that's my bad, I'm sorry. And then the two girls didn't even address it either. They didn't say anything. And then she basically forcibly makes me exchange numbers with her.
Really?
She brought it up in the middle, like, oh, maybe we can just exchange numbers so if we hear it, like, I can like see if you hear it.
I knew she was hitting on you. I knew it.
And then I just didn't say anything. I was like, yeah, hard pass on that idea. And I was like, yeah. I wanted to give her a fake name. Yeah, here's my name, Brad. I think she brought up 3 times. I actually didn't say anything because I don't want this person's number or this person to have my number. And then lastly, I was like, well, here, like, if you want to put your number into my phone, go for it. Hoping she didn't hit call and hopefully, but she didn't call herself, so.
You gave another girl your number?
Sorry, Toots. Me and downstairs are running away together.
Good old downstairs. That'd be the biggest plot twist of them all.
I don't know what's going on down there.
I don't know what it could be.
You don't want to speculate, like, bad things. Like an abusive relation. Again, that's just, like, weird, but, like, you don't want to speculate, like, that and, like, they're just hiding something weird. Like, because then I wouldn't feel it in my floor if it was their neighbor. They're like, oh, yeah, we're just going to email around and poke around to see if anyone else close by so we do our due diligence. And I just wanted to be like, well, there's only one person you need to talk to and they're in your office. It just felt odd.
Hopefully, guys, we don't get any more noise complaints. I mean, hopefully we just proved. Like, I feel like we went so hard with the whole, like, this isn't us, we're the quietest people ever. We really did go hard with all those emails. Like, anytime we heard a noise, Zach would email them, like, hearing noise. It just sucks that this happened when we moved, which, can we all go back to when Zach chose this apartment for us despite me wanting the other one? What do you have to say about that one?
Oh, do you remember when you didn't even want to look at the other one because you were happy with this one?
And then I fell in love with the other one, and I knew the feng shui was there.
You knew it? Well.
Listen to your woman.
Yeah.
There's one thing we've learned. All right, well, I need to close this vlog because I need to, guys, seriously, like, I just woke up. Like, I just need to, like, I don't know, wake up even more because I'm dead. Updates to come if there are any, if anything escalates, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, turn the bells on so you never miss a video.
Up thumb.
And give it an up thumb. Bye.